Hi everyone, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a union read for you. This is combined Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine union read. But it's a full read as usual. And if you took a look at the icon picture, it's pretty fabulous. I've never seen that combination of cards since I've been doing this for the union, for the feminine or the masculine. So if you haven't seen it, take a look. I'll probably show you the basic read as well as the full read today, since it was such a fabulous combination of cards. And I'll get to that in a minute. But it is January 18th, 2019. And before I get into today's read, I just wanted to tell you about the cardinal coming up, because I told you that 2 days ago I saw a cardinal in my naked front tree 2 days ago, and then yesterday that cardinal had left a feather for me, which I found just outside my front door on the grass just beside my sidewalk there, which was pretty unbelievable. I actually have the feather here to show you again. I showed it to you yesterday, but sorry. Anyway, it's a beautiful bright red feather that was left for me. And so I was kind of looking into more about the red feather and the cardinal and all that kind of stuff, and why that message is coming to us. Since I give these messages to you, it's not just a message for me, but for all of us. So of course the red is all about empowerment and courage and the strength and fortitude to do what you have to do. So that was amazing, and it's also associated with good luck in the root chakra. But I found, and Spirit's connecting with me about that, but I also found a website called ShawanoLeader.com in the articles for them. And I'm going to read it to you about cardinal because it's very significant. And not only that, but we're dealing with a cardinal square, I believe, at right before the eclipse coming up on, I guess it's Sunday or Monday, depending on where you are in the world. So cardinal signs are very much in play right now. So in this article that I found about cardinals, and the symbolic meaning behind cardinals, it starts out with, however, a symbolic sign is unique to each person and gives us the opportunity to interpret its meaning. A symbolic sign is a message for the individual receiving it. A symbolic sign can be considered a phenomenon or a cardinal experience. All right, so did you know that the word cardinal is derived from the Latin word cardo, meaning hinge or access, like a hinge on a door? The cardinal is often considered the hinge on the doorway between our earthly world and the spirit world. So how perfect is that? Okay, so you're right in there at the connection, at the portal. If you spend any time studying about the life of a cardinal, you'll discover that cardinals mate for life, that they are non-migratory birds, so they remain in their immediate area all year long, protecting their turf. When they have a family, they both care for their young. One of the first and most obvious qualities about the cardinal is the male's brilliant cardinal red color. He has a powerful visual presence. For Christians, the cardinal red is the color symbolic of the blood of Christ, who died to give us everlasting life. The high priests in the Roman Catholic Church are called cardinals. So red is worn on the day of the Pentecost. Red is symbolic of steadfast faith. So it was a pretty amazing message. Have you ever listened to a cardinal call out? It is loud and clear and sounds like it is saying, "Cheer, cheer." I am personally one who believes in the significance of seeing a cardinal. I'm not talking about if several cardinals come to a feeder or if you're out bird watching, but rather if a single cardinal suddenly appears. If you believe, as I do, that the cardinal is a winged messenger, then the next time you see one who is insisting on getting your attention, ask yourself what or who you were thinking about at that moment. Maybe you were feeling down and lonely. Perhaps the day marked a special occasion, or maybe you just needed to feel someone's presence. When a cardinal suddenly appears, I get such a feeling of peace, a connection I cannot explain. It is comforting to me believing that I've just received a visit or message from someone who wants me to know they are close by. I saw a cardinal in my tree, a bright red color so beautiful to see. Thoughts of loved ones brought smile to my face as I watched it flitter about with grace. Visitors from heaven, they are said to be. I feel blessed that you came to visit me. So I thought you'd like that. I certainly did. So getting into today and this beautiful read, I'm telling you, the Lovers and the Two of Cups never come up together unless it's union time, okay? And the reads, we've been getting the Lovers and the reads constantly over the past month, and in the past 3 years, I'm telling you, this wasn't coming up. You know, it was rare that one or the other was coming up on its own. And some of the clarifiers might have come in now and then as the Lovers and the Two of Cups, but not on a consistent basis like this has been, where the Lovers keeps coming up for the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. So, it is the 18th. It's the moon energy. And I'm going to tell you both energies for today, tomorrow, and the next day building up to the eclipse, because I want you to understand the progression of the energies here, especially with all these messages coming in for this. So 18, you know, is all about the moon. It's the 9 energy of endings and compassion and selflessness. And the day adds up to the 31-4, which is that 5 of Wands, that conflict, change, and expansion energy. It could also be about sports, so people competing in games and things like that. So it doesn't have to be negative. So we have the 5 of Wands and the moon today, which is more harsh energies when it comes down to it, because the moon, especially in the Sirius Starseed deck, which does come up, it comes up in the energy of the union today, as the union sees itself as the moon with a huge wave of emotion. And the Knight of Cups is in the read too, which also has a huge tidal wave of emotion. So with this moon energy that's pulling us into this eclipse, a huge wave of emotions is coming up within the unions, okay? And the unions are seeing themselves as the moon, but the card outside the union, or how it's seen, is the Ace of Wands, which is that powerful, passionate, new growth energy, okay? So it's saying the way you see your union is not everything there is. There's a lot going on that's at play around you that you are not aware of, because you're not supposed to be aware of, but it's all happening, okay? And that's the Ace of Wands, or flames, in the Sirius Starseed deck. So we have the 5 of Wands and the moon today. Tomorrow then goes into the sun and the 6 of Wands, which is very positive. It's that getting attention and good news and being successful and being a leader and taking the journey, with the sun exposing everything. Okay, then we're going into the 20th, which will be the 7 of Wands and the judgment. So something's going to slam down on Sunday with the 7 of Wands, which is standing up for yourself, and judgment. Okay, so decisions are made, or deliberations. It could be good or bad judgment. It's up to you, but you have to stand up for yourself and stand in your truth and not be defensive. All right? I'm thinking I'm seeing things. I might be seeing some spirits visiting us. Then the day after that, on the 21st, on the eclipse, for some, I suppose, is the 8 of Wands in the world. So either way, we're going from that standing up for yourself in judgment, the final judgment, into the world, completion, and the 8 of Wands, which is that passionate, heated exchange, the arrows of love, expressing your feelings, okay, with the world at completion, which is amazing, positive energy, okay. There's finality coming in with this eclipse for a new start. The other thing about this read today, 3 aces, 3 aces. Very rare that 3 aces come up in a read, let alone with the Lovers and the 2 of Cups and the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups in the underlying energy. Okay, are you getting the feeling here? So we have the read for the union today at 10:14. All right, 10 is the turn for the better. It's the Wheel of Fortune, and 14 is the Temperance card, the angels, patience and balance. The major arcana. And by the way, it snowed here last night. So when I woke up this morning, it wasn't sunny today. It's still not sunny. I don't know if the sun will ever come out today. But the sun, it was a nice light snow. It wasn't traumatic or anything, and it's pretty much melted. There's nothing in the streets anymore, and actually a lot of the snow on the grass is melted and has bald spots too. It gave me the opportunity to walk outside before I did this video for you guys. So getting into the read at 10:14, the major arcana, where the card under the underlying energy is reflection, or the Hermit, so that's there. And the Hermit, I'm sorry, no, that indigo was that card under the underlying energy. Indigo is the Magician. The major arcana were the Hermit, which is reflection in this deck. The Tower came up, Luna, which is the moon in this deck. Transition, which is the Death card in the Sirius Starseed, it's transition, and then Lovers is the Lovers, okay? So these are the major arcana, which is significant, all right? We have 5 major arcana with another one right there kicking it off with the Indigo Magician. There's 3 cups, and then 1 sword, 1 pentacle, 1 wand. And then the after the read card is the 9 of Pentacles, which is no, not even the after the read. The 9 of Pentacles comes up, even though it's not a court card. I always tell you that I see it as a court card, and it's very much about the twins being in their sovereignty, especially the feminine. That comes up here, as well as the Knight of Cups as the court card. The after the read card is the Knight of Wands. All right, so you have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands, the 2 love, passion energies around the lovers. Okay. The numbers that came up for you guys in the coding, and the coding was all about personal growth, individuality, and adventure. The numbers that came up for you guys, check this out. 11, so it's 1 and 1, 11. And separately from that, because 3 ones came up in the read, 1, 1, 1. And then separate from that, because of the number of the suits that came out, were 3, 1, 1, 1. And it's 11, 11. Perfect. So we had 11, 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 1, and it was just 11, 11 when I said that. Okay? Do we need to be any more clear? It never comes up that much of all the same repeated digits, okay? But it's all about personal growth, individuality, and adventure. So it's all about you remaining not in focus of what you don't have, but in focus of your personal growth, you being yourself, and you knowing the adventure that you want for yourself. All right? So the coding was all about the lovers and the Ace of Orbs, which is the Ace of Swords, the truth, triumph, also new ideas and new starts, okay? So in one are ones of thought or words that peak. And the chalice was coming up, but it was also coming up as a calic. You know how a calic sticks up because it goes in a different direction, which will come up in the other codes I pulled up for you guys. So it's also like the Holy Grail, though. It sticks out, right? It's the peak, it's the pinnacle. So it's coming up that the one are ones of thought and words that peak in the Holy Grail of the lovers in regards to personal growth, individuality, and adventure. So the calic comes up, and it lies at an angle at odds with the style, with the general population, or against the spiral pattern, okay? So it sticks out from the usual DNA. And that was from wikipedia.com. And then INACE came up, all right? So I looked that up, I-N-A-C-E. So there's 2 meanings for that. One is a yacht builder, and then within looking up that yacht builder, one of the headings was literally INACE, I-N-A-C-E, 111. So it came up again. That was a yacht that was for sale in case you're interested at Boat International. INACE is also an architecture, construction, and engineering. And that's www.inace.lt. Also, it's a nursesaidtesting.com, okay? So nurseaidtesting.com. It also comes up under INACE. In one race with God and Forbes, right? Forbes 500, the big and wealthy, the ones who have been ruling the world, to the nth degree, there's insufficient supportive emotions with the lovers in regards to personal growth, individuality, and adventure. In building a yacht or an ark, which just came up, you need an architect, you need a construction person, and you need an engineer. And there's a race of thoughts and words that are involved in this in order to the nth degree to build a beautiful yacht. These are luxury yachts. And it was coming up as to the nth degree, and a TT, like a temper tantrum, that pinnacle of emotion, and it was coming up, TT is literally pi, the integration of self, at the height of emotions, the lovers. This is when you literally leave your body and you connect together. Okay, so also in ace or acing, or in one, is truth and triumph, an explosion of emotions, the lovers, the peak, the Holy Grail of the lovers. All right, so this is coming up in the messages. So when I put it in online, Just a lot of different tarot definitions came up. The first entry was about Ace of Cups from Biddy Tarot. Divine love and compassion are pouring through you. You are a vessel for deep spiritual love from the universe, and you can't help but let that love flow through you to the world. The second entry was Tarot Interpret and Meaning, and that was from psychic-revelation.com. That was about the Ace of Swords. Ready to start something new. If in committed relationship, something about you will choose to put a stop to it. Don't hesitate to speak your mind. Make sure you speak your truth. But things are coming forward, okay? And these are all cards that are in the read today. Then an entry came up of the devil, and there's no devil in our read at all, and that was coming up from Crystal-Reflections, so I'm not sure what that means for them, but published 1983, 35 years of service, may be considered the old, okay? So I have nothing personal about them, so take it as it comes to you, but I was definitely getting that the tarot sites that are coming up for the positive messages are ones that Spirit's recommending to you as good to look at. So just take it as you will. The next entry is Motorhead, Ace of Spades, the official video or YouTube, so it's a group and song, released 1980, and it was the comments were about Lemmy Kilmister, one of the greatest, is the comments within the heading there. The next entry was from Biddy Tarot again, Two of Cups, Tarot Meaning, flow of love between two. It's a deep connection or partnership based on shared values, compassion, and unconditional love. Then the next one again was from Psychic-Revelation, Tarot Card Interpret and Meaning, the Nine of Pentacles when it comes up reversed. And it was noting that in either direction, the Nine of Pentacles upright or reversed, it's still usually an indication for good health. So of course you know when it's reversed, it's about you needing to focus on your goals and get yourself back upright and appreciating what's all around you financially. Another heading came up, esoterictarot.wiki, and that's a type of cartomancy. Give me 1 second with that one, because I meant to look at that. Hold on 1 second. So cartomancy is, just looking really quickly, has to do with, reading cards in an old-fashioned way, maybe using a regular card deck, that kind of thing. But it's just relating the word to tarot readings. And then another heading was for the Four of Cups. This was from Anti-Flow, AUNTYFLO.com. Four of Cups reversed. No worries. Things are happening. People hear you. You are capable of vocalizing and your strength of being strong enough, okay? You're very capable of vocalizing what you need and having the strength that you need. Another one was Four of Swords that came up. Is it time for a nap? And that's, of course, you guys know about retreat, rest, re-energizing. It can be escapism and, of course, meditation. And then the last one was called 78 Whispers in My Ear. And that was about a deck review, and again, that was reviewing the Sirian Starseed deck. 78 Whispers, blogspot.com. 78whispers.blogspot.com is the site. And again, I read this once before, that it comes up in review as always reading at the very highest vibration of tarot cards for the Sirian Starseed, okay? So props for the Sirian Starseed deck. So getting into the read, the Ace of Chalices is happiness and satisfaction alone, without expressing passionate feelings. So it's saying, the Ace of Cups, what its true spiritual meaning has to do with, that satisfaction that we've been learning to do on our own alone, right? Finding that happiness on our own without needing to express passionate feelings. the hermit who rises above and gently sheds light from above, to indigos coming out. So it's the spirit telling you there are young indigos coming that need our help and our guidance. The indigos are the passionate spiritual rebels, the children of the indigo. The indigos are the really passionate, rule breakers, and the crystal ones are the rebuilders, and the rainbow children are the ones who just go around smiling all the time to bring love. So justice of the King of Cups, or unconditional love, is the Two of Cups connection for Rainbow Bridge, family happiness across the land, as angels work slowly, or walk slowly, a step at a time, balancing and rebalancing the emotional energies, transmuting the waterways and the earth paths as we go, to purify the land and waters for our children to play and grow freely. Natural colored boots that fold over and laces, rose pink and gold flowing energies of the divine feminine and divine masculine love. Truth, balance, and unconditional love. The Queen of Cups reversed may be overwhelmed, dumping old emotions of not having known, a prisoner of her own mind, and not using intuition, turned her world upside down. Not using synchronicities or ignoring dreams is like putting that hook on the train of your wedding dress, but never using it so that you can dance. Sometimes we need psychic surgery to heal the open wounds. Curtains are stuck because there's a hook you need to remove to free yourself. Okay, so it's funny that curtains came up, and I'm seeing this in the card, not for me, but I literally my curtains are stuck because the pull broke. So if that applies to any of you guys, let me know, because it's saying curtains are stuck because there's a hook, so an etheric hook you need to remove in order to free yourself. So if there's a block within your home, you need to clear that to clear your etheric block as well. Chemistry comes up as the underlying energy for the union, as well as you deserve love beneath that. You deserve love, so when you know it, you lead to the underlying energy of the chemistry where there's a magnetic attraction. Okay, and as I'm going to stop here just real quickly to tell you the underlying energies that came up. So the signs that came up just in the underlying part of the read. Taurus upright, Leo reversed, Virgo upright, Aries not sure which direction, Sag upright, Libra upright, Pisces reversed, and Gemini upright. Those were the only signs in the, just 2244. Those were the only signs in the underlying read. And it was just 2244 is the Fool, and that mastering energy of grounding and integrating, that Four of Cups, the Atlas energy, carrying the weight of the world upon your shoulders. Ground and integrate, and when you become truly bored, that's when it's time to start again, to dump the cups out, turns over, to let go and start again. So in coming together with your twin, that's the case, but it's also continuous within your connection, okay? So whenever there's something that you guys can't work out together, you go away, you ground and integrate, and then when you're bored, you dump it out and you come back together again, okay? If that's the dance. So there's a couple scenarios that came up in the underlying energies for the Tarot of Sexual Magic, which always brings in different energies because some of them are more sour and negative and kind of, creepy-ish. So there can be two scenarios, either a dark high priestess of the past who uses a book to cast a spell with an altar of nature exposing her chest fully and a hood on her head to bring in and seal confirmation of her lover's wealth and that he would never leave her with tools and swords, pincushions, scissors, and rope, a magic trick disguised as truth. Or a high priestess with pending new life union with the tools and truth she needs to wake up. So for the first situation, it's coming up that he was always trying to wake her up, or the karmic energy. And creativity comes up as underlying energy for the union as well. And along with that, underneath is abundance. All right, so with your abundance, there's always creativity. That the karmic had kept him in bondage to keep his flame to the side, so he couldn't see their feet and knees don't match. Kept him asleep so he couldn't fly, or bought him tools and supplies that would assure that he would stay, could always spend money, and she could always spend money and play to his dismay. Okay, so that was coming up. Obviously that's not for everyone, but it's definitely coming up as some energies for some. the karmic, may not even know that she's doing this, all right? So don't assume that they have nasty intent. You know, this is something they may have grown up with in their family or may have learned and don't think anything's wrong with it. But this is just the energies that are coming up. The Empress also, in a different scenario, an underlying energy here, is coming up as being out as the ringleader. She's upright, but everything around her is negative. So she may feel justified in the negativity she's putting out, or it could be literally her, but she's definitely coming up as a ringleader with a lot of negative energies. There weren't other people coming up around her, just negative energies. So it's more likely to be her putting that out, like abusing her power. But the Empress is out ringleader, sick of coming together at work or can't get along with others, too focused on her lies or a split, but feels perfectly justified in lying and spending all the money. When Saturn and Jupiter aspect Aquarius and Gemini, Aries start of the cycle, all the lies will be out and let go of what you hold on to. All right, so I don't know all that much about astrology, so this is just stuff I'm getting from the read. It has nothing to do with my knowledge of astrology, so I just want to put that out there. There's an Empress of astrology. This was specifically coming up. This has never come up for me before. This Empress could be of astrology, so she could be an astrologer online or somewhere else, doesn't have to be, who lies in her work and is coming up as Taurus, Leo, or Aries, who has trouble working with others but likes to piss away money, or those around her lie and use her for her money, but she's coming up as ringleader, not exposed, or who may have some mental illness. Angels of love letting go of upside-down worlds with magnetic attraction, awakening happens naturally and through creativity and abundance. So a reminder, even if there may be some negative energies or people that are coming up around you, it's still for you to stay in your creativity and abundance and just be love. If someone challenges you, you stand up for yourself in a kind way and you walk away if needed. That's always the answer. So recently, the Hermit stands up for themselves, fending off others to speak his or her truth to others with a friendly message of love above all else, to help others in turning around their world, seeing angels, teaching them to let go and allow the magnetic flow of awakening. The foundation for the union is all about sovereignty, choosing path of twin lover and holding back harsh words that really aren't your truth. We don't need our old stories. If together, that's the glory. The wisdom of the owl and spirits connecting, and the hooters was coming up. Pure in who they are and not afraid to hoot it. Okay? So whether it's the beautiful pure owl or someone at Hooters, you know, someone who's proud of who they are. This is who they are. Okay? Don't be afraid to hoot it, but also you're always about being in your love and the way you express that, okay? Centrally is the Two of Cups partners, or a connection. The Emperor, wounded warriors, guarded. The Truth, uninspired, or dealing with those having a tantrum. Maybe someone with ADHD or bipolar partner or kid. The Emperor may believe it's not true, that someone's doing this just a ploy to get their way or get out of doing something to get their wish. The union is challenged by the Ace of Swords, or the Truth. And the Dolphins are coming up here. A negative past or difficult children growing and healing so fast. Of a negative past or a negative past with an Aquarius. Paying out now. Or someone might have been scammed. But getting over, this is really geared, it can be the masculine or the feminine, but I was getting more of the masculine energies here. Paying out now, or having been scammed and now getting over the sadness or any regret about the situation. Now in the head for the union is a tidal wave of the Knight of Cups emotions. The King of Pentacles holding back passions, causing him to cry a lot or be overwhelmed, but it releases him from mental prison or anxiety of divorce and or spending all his money. The King of Swords angels, patient in allowing this flow, in aftermath of working too hard, a welcomed message of love and friendship, but still burdened by Leo or ego, new spirituality and self-love, as well as new lover. Soon, for the union, is the Tower, working on details and cracking codes of new love overflowing. No need for bold moves to learn or have tons of money. Lightning strikes, epiphanies come in, fires put out with transmutation. The Tower may come in to clear blocks left to traditional learning and family legacy. For those who still haven't gotten it, that you don't have to do everything the way it was done traditionally. All right, so the traditional ways of school and learning and family money and legacy, and how are we going to do this without all that stuff? We're changing all that. The union is the moon, and being present to stress and crying, recovering in a practical way by hearing your calling, judgments, decisions, announcements of sharing your downloads, all of it. Healing family issues, so this is for all of the twins. Focus on healing any family issues that are coming forward to you, okay? Trust, which is all about remembering to have faith every day, every moment, and then forgiving and learning, okay? Forgive and learn. We come together, we let go. And if it's time to come back together again, we try again, and if it still doesn't work, you let go again until you can come back together because you resonate. And you may never come back together because you may never resonate with someone again. But just always allow it, to the back and forth. That's the dance, not only with your twin, but with everyone in your life. So around the union, or how it is seen, is that Ace of Wands flame. Slow going with the wheel due to injustice of divorce or moving homes or businesses, tripping up, dropping the ball, the facade, and breaking patterns, leading you to new passion and growth. Even when feeling unstable, out of power, or losing money and or independence, it's helping you to get back into your power even when you are not feeling in your power, to allow it so that you can come right back. And I was very much feeling that energy yesterday of just, that energy of just feeling uncomfortable inside your body, like you feel like you're supposed to be doing something but you're not, and so it creates anxiety in your body, even though I was feeling fine before that, and I couldn't figure out why I was feeling that. But it's just about allowing it to flow through you, because it's going to dissipate. And also, if you need to meditate and look more into it. Clear blocks of transition and walking through portals for both the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminines. Don't let it give you a big head. Don't think it's going to give you instant knowledge all the time, or instant success or attention or good news, or a perfect instant happy family. Allow the personal growth, the individuality, and the adventure. Don't forget, it's all about the journey and the healing, most of all. That was emphasized, healing above all the other cards, okay? Heal obsession and avoidance of doing the dance and cutting cords. Enjoy your surroundings, then go for a walk. Trim your hair and have a talk. Watch out for stepping on others' hearts. Put aside dessert for a while. Make sure to give attention and water your flowers. When lovers are done grounding and integrating, bored when lessons are learned, let go of those old emotions. The cups then overturn. The Queen of Pentacles divorcing the King of Wands reversed, who may be negative with karmic, but becomes the King of Pentacles, Superman, with twin. So just because someone may be negative in their karmic relationship, so maybe the karmic's going to come out and tell you all these awful things about your twin, just because that was their dynamic with them doesn't mean that's their dynamic with you, because it's coming out as the King and Queen of Pentacles as the Superman twin. Or that the Queen of Pentacles is spiritual and the King of Wands reversed is tired or angry about it. Lovers need to have a conversation as the King and Queen of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles chasing. Feeling your way through this, lovers starting over, grounded in spirituality, and both being masters. So the two men could actually be coming up as the masculine and the feminine, because they need to both be in their mastery to come together, so that you have the most ideal union, okay? This is why it's been delayed over and over again, to make sure that your etheric bodies are as clear as possible for this union, so that once they come together, they'll stick. Cut cords with karmic partners that have not ended, but offering love to the lovers. The Knight of Wands sitting with uncomfortable emotions by resting and meditating after dating and chasing. letting the anger come up and out, okay? So when you come together with your twin, whatever issues come up, let them come up and out. And if you have to go to your separate corners, do that. You ground and integrate, you come to your realization, then you come back to each other. And you keep doing it until it sticks. The Empress reversed is coming up at the end here, betrayal and jealousy. And this could be the same person. The Empress wasn't coming up reverse in the beginning of the read, but now she is showing reverse. So it could be that negative aspect of the Empress there. And this could be, the Empress reverse could be anyone. It could be anyone's mother, mother-in-law, aunt, boss, karmic, feminine, okay? So you know who you are. But it's the Empress coming up as reversed in betrayal and jealousy. Or someone's miscarriage may have been insincere, so someone might have lied about a pregnancy, or it could have been an abortion. Because the Empress reverse was coming up with the Ten of Swords and the Knight of Cups reversed, okay? So Leo, or ego, defending their truth to the death, right? So it's ego, because they don't care if they're right or not. They're defending their truth to the death, because it's the way they see it, and this is the way this Empress was coming up. Not getting along at work, or possibly quitting, not knowing enough, or pretending not to have known the whole time. Or it could just be the Divine Masculine in his knowing. Someone falling on their face without lack of faith is now healing, or foolishly leaping, or someone thinks they're foolishly forgiving, or healing and forgiving, or in disconnect in order to reconnect. Okay, but that's the dance. Coming back together for a brand new life. Okay, so this is the ultimate card. The last card of the clarifications is the Ace of Pentacles, upright. So even though it might sound like the karmic relationship, they may have been with a karmic that they kept breaking up with because it was teaching them how to do the dance about, you know, separating and then coming back together. So that when they came, even for the feminine or the masculine, whoever's still in their karmic relationship, so that they learn once they come into their twin relationship that you don't need to break up to go to your separate corners. You know, you can just go to your separate rooms and not talk to each other today, or whatever it is, and then come back when you're ready. So the new love of angels and sovereignty at eclipse. Emotions are on high alert with new passions looming of hermits in light, hermits with light, in divine connection, dealing with the truth, sudden drama, epiphanies, and transformation through this portal. New love offered to rainbow lovers, riding in passionately, making it work by not running away. Also females, whether it's karmic or divine feminine, also could have two men vying for your attention. One could be divorcing, tired, or angry, and the other could be acting like Superman chasing women, okay? Whether it's just you or other women, but he's coming off that way. So there may be that scenario, maybe your ex comes back at the same time that your twin, but this is just the energies that are coming up. Also, union may seem moody and moon-like of your inner world, but in actuality there's a lot of fire going on around it to break down what is no longer needed in the 3D world. New love for hermits, sovereignty for couples in love with truth. Eclipse Tower brings lovers, new passion, transition through portal, two lovers, and passionately now moving. Okay, so beautiful, beautiful energies. The signs that came up in the body of the read were Scorpio reversed, Aries reversed is upright and reversed, probably more upright in the earlier part of the read, and at the end is reversed. Aquarius upright, Leo upright, although there could be some Leo reverse energy in the underlying energies. Gemini, not sure which direction, it could be both, so Gemini comes up here. Cancer reversed, Taurus reversed, Pisces upright, and Libra reversed. Yeah, and Pisces was reversed in the beginning of the read, so it changes to upright in the read. So that was the underlying energy reversed, upright. And then, let's see what else. So Taurus was upright in the underlying energy, but reversed for the reading. Leo was reversed for the underlying energy, but upright for the reading. Virgo doesn't show up primarily in the read, but Virgo does show up in the underlying energy and the recent past energies as very positive. And then, let's see, Aries is back and is both. Libra was upright in the underlying energy but reversed in the body of the reading. And I told you Pisces already. And then Gemini could be both anyway, but yeah, Gemini could be either way. Alright, so that's the read for you guys today. Pretty profound energies here. I'm going to pull you some oracle cards from the Ascension deck. Clear and align. Take a deep breath, everyone. Hold it if you need to. Holding your breath is great because it gets you into your meditation quicker. When you hold your breath, it's going to lower your heart rate and therefore your pulse, etc. So it's going to get you into state quicker. Especially if you're in an anxiety state, hold your breath. Okay, it's January 18, 2019. January 18, 2019. For everyone watching in the best and highest good of all is concerned. What is it that we need to know, Spirit? What is it we need to learn? Whoa. Okay, that was a message. The whole deck just plopped down. Kind of indicative of the eclipse energies coming up here. It was just 41. It's going to be 41, 41. Something else was just prompting me, but I didn't quite see it. But 41, 41 is the Ace of Cups energy, which is the underlying energy here. That new love, spiritual love, divine love. What is it that everyone needs to know? What does everyone need to learn? Everyone watching for the best and highest. Okay. Fire Dragons is the bottom of the deck, number 7. And Fire Dragons, the affirmation is, I invoke Fire Dragons to clear my path to ascension. So, dragons are considered fourth dimensional elementals. They can access and transmute heavy vibrations that angels cannot reach. So that might have to do with the hooks that we're told to clear. Archangel Gabriel oversees Thor and his fire dragons. You're asked to send out fire dragons supervised by Gabriel to consume negativity in places and auras, and then ask Gabriel's angels to replace the lower energies with a shimmering diamond of pure light. Call on Fire Dragon to transmute any stuck energy in your own aura and to light you up at a higher frequency so you can radiate enthusiasm and joy. And the cards that came out for you guys are Pallas Athena, number 48, which is that 8 of Cups of going within, and 47 right next to it, which is the 7 of Cups. All about the synchronicities, Marco. So Pallas Athena says, and I'm getting a flush right now, I'm getting masculine connection in my energy. Alright, so 48, Pallas Athena is known as the goddess of truth and wisdom. She is Lord of Karma for the 4th ray and holds the sword of truth to show humanity the way. Although she wields her sword for the highest ideals and divine truth, she prefers to use wisdom to settle disputes. Your guidance is to follow her example, see the higher perspective in all areas of conflict, draw on your abundance of wisdom and tact to communicate with everyone concerned, and use the sword of truth to point the divine way forward. The affirmation is, I use the sword of truth to lead the way. Okay, but it's to say, to do it kindly as you can, and if it's pushing into a fight, that's when you walk away. It's just 43, 43. It's come together in joy. So Marco is 47, that's an 11, 7 of Cups. We have the 7 and 8 of Cups, getting into the 9 and 10 of Cups. Master Marco represents the highest galactic confederation of our solar system, the capital of which is on Saturn. He liaises with Commander Ashtar of the Intergalactic Fleet to bring us the wisdom and knowledge held by stellar cultures. He also assists Hilarion in the 5th ray of technology, science, and knowledge to enable people to expand their higher mental abilities and develop spiritual technology for the future. Your guidance is to open your mind to communications and connections from other star systems and universes, and ask Marco to assist and protect you. The affirmation is, I'm open to wisdom from the stars. Okay, so you might want to practice connecting with Pallas Athena, Marco, and the fire dragons with Gabriel and Thor. Whew. All right. Now we have the past life deck. Clear and align. Clear and align. Take a deep breath. Clear it on. Clear it along. Okay. January 18, 2019, for everyone watching, for the best and highest good of all those concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Let's ask Gabriel. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Okay. The knighthood came up at the bottom as the underlying energy. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups here in this energy. And the Knight of Swords has been coming all the time. It's not in the read today. Actually, it is as a clarifier, but it's upside down, which is like it was coming up as holding back, you know, sharp tongue, holding back not your truth, but holding back harsh words. It's not necessary. And about the story, don't give in too much. You know, just let it be. Feel into the connection, not with a lot of words, which obviously are not coming out of my mouth. So, all right. So, medicine man or woman is behind the knighthood. It came up in the underlying energy. Okay, so there may be a connection for you there. Shaman energy, like, so the knights may be good at that shaman energy, the warriors. Or healing, you know, dream catchers and I'm just getting now to there's a connection between the suit of armor and using medicine instead as a protection, because when you are a healer, you are automatically protected because you're surrounded in that love, because you're giving to others to help them heal. The cards that came out for you guys are Trust and Faith and Love Life. Okay, how perfect is that for this read today with the Lovers and the Two of Cups? It's very simple. It's just all about trust and faith and love and high vibration of roses and hearts, and allowing the sun to come through and to call in on your angels when you need them. Let the sun shine, let the sun shine through the sun. And today's the moon, tomorrow's the sun. And then we're going into the eclipse of the moon, which eclipses out the reflection of the sun. So don't forget what I said about that. Where the masculine energy of the sun usually gets to always see itself back in the moon at night, in the feminine's reflection, on the eclipse night, that reflection is blocked. The masculine no longer gets to see his reflection, and it may cause a crisis for the masculine. That might be the eclipse, actually. Alright, so now Journey of Love. Okay, we have, I want to take another deep breath. Clear our mind. Clear our mind. I like that's Gabriel, right? Because Gabriel and the winged messenger of the cardinal feather coming in as a message. Alright, so Gabriel. January 18, 2019. For everyone watching, the best and highest good of all those concerned. Gabriel, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Angel Gabriel, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Alright. We have the Earth Angel at the bottom, which is 54. 54 is the Page of Swords. Earth Angel. The Page of Swords is just that little bit of truth or light that you need. That's all you need to expand the light. But it's all about just a little bit of communication, right? Because the Page of Swords is immature communication. Alright, so when you're not sure about a conversation, keep it small. But also be aware when you get small communications, it's not the whole truth necessarily. So don't take it as the whole truth. Be the bridge, right? So it's interesting that this comes up with that, because it's all about the rainbow and the earth angel, you know, being the bridge to clarify that communication. So the cards that came up for you guys, that's number 54, okay. That's a 9. And then we have self-initiation, which is number 12, which is a 3 of that Empress energy. But it's the Hangman, number 12. So it's all about seeing the wisdom from different perspectives, from everyone's perspectives. That small communication, all could be different things from different perspectives. So we are the bridge to that communication. Then we have 23, which is across the waters. 23 is the King of Wands. Okay, so we have the Hangman and the King of Wands energy, the Man of Passion, wisdom and inspiration. And then this card wanted to come out too, loving all that is, which is 22 is the Fool. That's the faith part of it. Wisdom, inspiration, and faith. It's all very feminine energies, so it's like calling on the feminines, you know, to step up to lead the way, because that will help smooth the flow. Look at the texture going from, the texture is roughest in this card, it goes to somewhat rough here and really smooth. It's for the feminine to smooth the way, okay? The feminine energy, whether that's in the divine feminine or both, the divine feminine and divine masculine within themselves. I'm going to read these to you in that order. So we have 12, and you notice we go from 12 to 22 and 23, which are the numbers that come in right after the eclipse. So your feminine energy may be very called upon right after the eclipse to help smooth some of the waters and the energies. So self-initiation says, you're being touched by a wave of your own light in motion. Can you feel the blessings of love that are flowing towards you, from within you, in an upsurging wave of love? This is your own pure divine nature. You can choose to empower another as the carrier of your own divinity, of course, but sometimes if you're not quite ready to recognize your own divine essence, this needs to be. Yet at any moment you can choose to recognize that it is you who are initiating yourself into love, that you are the being of light, the divine, that is drawing you forward into yourself. At any moment you can choose to recognize yourself. Will this be such a moment? This oracle holds a message for you. There are many teachers on this path, some humble, some wise, some great companions on your life journey, and some who will enter in and out of your life quickly, perhaps imparting a helpful word or teaching you a more challenging lesson about trusting and relying upon your own wisdom. The greatest teacher, however, is life itself. You can trust in your own experiences and know that this is divine spark within you, the life within you that is the one true teacher who carries you home in awakened reunion with the divine. The poem simply says, how easy to love, the words flow when it's right. I dare not tell you. Okay? So it's saying allow it to happen naturally, but also trust in your own power. That's all you need to know. Okay, so across the waters, you're being called across the waters as if crossing a bridge of light from one ocean to a far greater one. These waters are your emotional waters, holding your feelings, your attitudes, expectations, and your fears and doubts, as well as your hopes and dreams. It can seem like such a lot to navigate. Sometimes our waters feel overcrowded, as if swarms of people were descending into the ocean on a sweltering hot day. Hardly finding a space in the water to cool ourselves, we can feel as though there's just no room for faith, trust, peace, and love. It was just 54-45. 54 is that Page of Swords, and 45 is that 5 of Cups. So don't let that small communication turn into sorrow and loss and regret. Always see past the communication. Go to your heart. Feel. There's just too much happening in that water. We yearn for the cool, calm mountain lake, the serene, giving, echoing, a gentle dispensation of grace. You're being called from across the waters. You're being called across the waters, out from an overcrowded sea, into the cool spaciousness of the endless lake, to calm the waters. So it's time to let go of some mental clutter, some attitudes, some thoughts. Ask for help and bathe yourself in the green and gold rays of healing color. Just imagine them cascading around you and through you like a waterfall. It's a bit like you're moving to a new neighborhood in a cleaner and more spacious town. It might be a bit unfamiliar at first, but soon enough you'll enjoy the difference. And it's perfect that this came up, because I was just saying that the knight's armor is the doctor's green light, because green is the physical healing light. So, and the gold very much so, the Christ energy. So this oracle brings you a message. It's your time to think about something in a different light. Soon you'll have a shift in perspective, and the feeling of overwhelm, stress, and just too much going on will be replaced with serene trust and peacefulness. Know that beneath even the most chaotic mind is a place of deep, quiet serenity within. Do whatever helps you dive deep to find it. Dance, take some rest, meditate, do yoga, write, paint, make love, make music. In that quiet serenity within, you'll be leaving unnecessary chaos behind, and you'll be presented with the gift of a new way forward. The poem reads, inhaling the soft scent of promised taste, the nectar moist upon my lips, I savor each sip across my tongue, dwelling in the moment's pleasure, warm and sweet, bathed in tingling thirst. I find myself wanting you and wanting more. One more. Loving all that is. You wise awakening being, you can love all that is. You can love your tears and your sadness, for they are a testament to your open heart. You can love your numbness and fatigue, for they show that you've worked hard and now are in need of rest. You can love your energy and passion. Even when you're so far ahead of the pack, you have to wait a while for everyone else to catch up. Maybe a day, maybe a decade or so, because you choose not to curb your enthusiasm for anyone. You can love your anger, because underneath its fire is a desire for respect. And you can love your peacefulness, because within your heart, you really don't care much for fighting sometimes. If there is something that's shaming you, worrying you, challenging you, it's okay to just love it. It will make sense when it needs to. Until then, just love it, even when it hurts, for it's part of your own divine nature awakening. It may just be like a painful cramp happening because it's been curled up for too long. This oracle brings you a sweet message. You're just asked to love. Everything else will take care of itself. The poem is a state of being, allowing, receiving, becoming one with all that is. And that's all you ever have to do. Okay? All right. I'm going to show you the picture of the reed so I don't forget. I'm actually going to show you two pictures because it was the little clarifiers went higher than the reed, so. Okay, and then also these cards here up above. Okay. Okay, rise and be loved.